People are saying that OpenAI's Agent Builder is ending n8n. Honestly, that doesn't make any sense. Because these aren't two tools fighting for the same job. They are two completely different ways of building automations. And somehow the internet keeps mixing them together. One of them builds workflows and one of them builds MCPs. So in this video I'm going to build a similar automation in both tools and we'll compare how they work and which one to choose based on your skills and goals. And by the end of this video you'll have an educated decision so you don't spend weeks going down the wrong path. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Dan. I've been a developer for 10 years, but now I've quit everything so I can focus fully on AI. And here on this channel I'm teaching you how to do the same without writing a single line of code. Alright, before we jump into the demo, let me give you a system that will make all this make sense. When I compare tools, I use something called the fused system. It gives you clarity and it saves you days of trial and error. Because if a tool doesn't fit these 5 things, then it's not worth your time. Okay, so F stands for flexibility. Can you shape the workflow the way you want, or are you stuck inside the tool's limitations? Now, U stands for upgradability. Does your automation break the moment it gets bigger, or can it scale into a real system? Now, S stands for speed. How fast can you go from idea to working automation? E stands for ecosystem. Does the tool connect with the services you use, or is it stuck in its own bubble? And D is delivery. Is this reliable enough to deliver to a real client? And that's the fuse system, and we're gonna use it to judge both Agent Builder and n8n. Now, let me tell you the main differences between Agent Builder and n8n so you understand what we're gonna do next. They look similar, but they think in completely different ways. Think of n8n like Lego. You get blocks, you snap them together. Each block does something: Google Drive, email, Notion, whatever. It's visual, it's simple, and it's almost impossible to break. Now, think of Agent Builder like Jarvis, you know, Iron Man's assistant. It doesn't give you blocks, but it gives you a brain. And this brain can talk to APIs, use tools, and make decisions. But you need to tell it how to talk to the outside world. Okay, now the main difference is that Agent Builder uses MCPs. An MCP is a bridge that lets the AI call real tools, like APIs, databases, or apps. Don't worry if it sounds complex, you'll understand soon enough. Alright, now let's build a similar automation in both Agent Builder and n8n and see what they can do. So we're gonna take leads from an Excel file in Google Drive, then we're gonna use the AI to write details for my sales team and create tasks in Notion. Okay, so I have both Agent Builder and n8n right here. I created empty workflows in both of them so we can build this automation. So we'll start with n8n and we're gonna start with Google Drive trigger. So let's search for Google Drive on changes to a specific file. Now, we have to select the file, so I have created this Excel sheet right here. It's very simple. You have the lead name, the status of the lead, the company, and the emails. Now, let's go back to n8n and select it. It's called test leads, so we just have to search for it right here, test leads, and we're gonna press on fetch test event. Okay, great. Now we need a node which fetches the rows from that sheet. So we're gonna search for Google Sheets right here, then get rows in sheet. We're gonna select the file again, test leads, and we're gonna choose the first sheet. Great. We're gonna press on execute step so we see it works, and we just received all the leads in that sheet. Now, we need to add the filters, because if this list gets big, then we're gonna have too much data here. So let's add a filter. We're gonna say that status should be equal to new. So only return the new leads. Now let's test it again. Great, it works fine. Now we need OpenAI to actually find details about the company that the leads are working at. So let's search for OpenAI, message a model. So let's select a model. I'm gonna choose a fast one. Then in the messages, we should drag and drop the company. Then we'll press right here on add message, system, and we're gonna tell it. Extract info for the company you receive and create a description for my sales team with what they should know when they contact my lead. We are trying to sell automations. Limit yourself to 200 words and no markdown. We're gonna press on execute step, and it seems like it works fine, so let's go on ahead and add a new node. Create Notion page, so let's search for Notion. Create a database page. Then we need to select the Notion database. I've created this one before. It's a simple task database. You have the task name, status, assignee, due, and description. So let's go on ahead and fill these fields. It's called lead tasks, so let's search for it right here. Lead tasks. So let's drag and drop the lead name. Then we're gonna start adding properties. For description, we're gonna put what the AI returned. Then add a new one. Status should be not started. New one. Task name, and we're just gonna drag and drop the lead name again. Then we're gonna also add a due date, and we're gonna check expression right here and paste this code block. It's just gonna return the day for tomorrow. And let's test it. Great, it seems like it has created a page for both my leads. And then the AI gave us this information about the company that the lead is working at, so my team knows what to say when they are calling. Okay, we forgot to put the email. They don't know how to contact that person, but that's okay because this is just for testing purposes. And now in order for this to be complete, we need to add a node that updates our Google Sheet. So now let's search for Google Sheets again, update rows in Sheet, and then we're gonna choose the same document and the same sheet. We're gonna match on row number. We're gonna drag and drop it from get rows in Sheet right here. And we're gonna update the status to done. And that's it, let's execute it and see that it has changed successfully. Now if we try and run it a second time, let's start from scratch. We'll see that we get no data right here, which is great. And this is pretty much it. We can just save the workflow and set it as active and it will work. Now let's go to Agent Builder and try to build the same thing. So as you can see, the interface is a bit different. You have nodes just like you do in n8n, but these right here are a lot simpler. You have a few options. You have the agent node, the classify node, the n node, the node node. These are the core ones. Then you have a few tools. You have a file search, guardrails, and MCP. Then some logic, if, while, user approval. You have the same stuff in n8n also. Then an option to reshape data and an option to set the state variables. Okay, this is how the interface looks when you start a new workflow. So you already have a simple start node and then you have an agent node. So this basically works like an AI agent. So it's not really a huge workflow like we do have in n8n. Now, in here in n8n, we make most of the decisions. Everything is structured. So we have the Google Drive trigger, we have the get rows in Excel sheet, then we're improving the text, then we're creating a database page and updating the row. It's pretty straightforward. We know what this automation does. Now, when you look at Agent Builder, you'll have to think a bit differently. You'll have to let the AI take decisions. It's like working with the AI agent node in n8n. But there in n8n you have the tools already configured. You also have some right here in Agent Builder, but I'll show you, it's only a few. The thing I liked about Agent Builder is that we don't have to pay a monthly fee just like we do for n8n Cloud. But still, it doesn't offer too many things. And it limits us to OpenAI models, but that's okay because those are great. Instead of drag and dropping and adding new nodes right here, we have to give more specific instructions to the AI. Let's tell it, you have access to Google Drive, fetch the file called test leads. So I'm not able to specify which file directly, the AI will have to search for this. Then extract the info for the company you receive and create a description for my sales team with what they should know when they contact my lead. We are trying to sell automations, limit yourself to 200 words and no markdowns. So this is the same thing that we've sent in n8n. Then go to Notion in the lead tasks database and create a new database page with the lead name and add the description that you created there. Then update the status in the Excel file to done for all the leads you took. Okay, so now we don't have to map this ourselves, the AI does, but it can make mistakes. Now, we are going to use a stronger model, we are not going to use the same fast one that we're using in n8n. And now we'll have to give it access to tools. These tools are MCPs. MCPs are just like APIs, which have an explanatory name so it knows which one to choose. So let's go on ahead and press on plus. We're gonna choose MCP server. We have a few predefined ones, some by OpenAI and some by third-party servers. I mean, it's much more limited than n8n. We have hundreds of them there. Right here, we only have a few. Let's go on ahead and choose Google Drive. Okay, we can give it a description, but we don't need to, and we need to add our access token. So it doesn't yet work with Auth2. You can't refresh tokens in here, so you'll have to update this manually. I mean, I hope it will work in the future, but right now it's not as secure as it should be. let's go on ahead and get an access token. I'm gonna just press on this button right here, search for Google Sheets, check everything, and press on Authorize APIs. Then it's gonna ask you to log in with your account, select all, continue. Now press on Exchange Authorization Code for Tokens, and just copy your access token. Now let's go back to Agent Builder and paste the authorization token and press on Connect. It will try to establish the connection, and it worked fine. You have the tools right here. You need search, you need fetch, you need get, list, resend documents, you need everything. So let's press on add. And now let's test it. So I forgot to mention, you don't have multiple triggers here. This is just an AI chatbot. So if we press on the plus button right here, we can chat, hey, and it's trying to do an action. So it's trying to search inside my Google Drive and I have to approve it. I mean, I could just go right here and press on always require approval for all tool calls and just check never right here, and it won't ask for this again. But for the sake of it, let's keep it like this. Let's just tell him to execute. Approve, let's see if it finds the file. Okay, from the test leads sheet, I see 2 leads, both already marked done. Then be Apple and John Doe Microsoft. Okay, and it still gave us the sales briefing. Okay, as you have seen, our n8n workflow wouldn't have done that because it doesn't make decisions. I mean, we can configure it to do so, but we have the option to be more strict, which is very important in some kind of automations. And then it told us, I currently can't create or edit pages in your Notion lead task databases, or edit a Google Sheet to update status. It's okay, this one is very simple to fix, we just gave it the wrong access, we also have to give him update rights. But for this one, there is no easy way to do it. So basically, you don't have a Notion tool right here that you can just add. You can create your own server, but it's complex, and when you deliver it to your customers, then you also have to deliver this server, which is annoying really, because you have to maintain multiple products for the same automation. This is a lot more simpler in n8n, but there are already some apps out there that will configure these servers for you, these MCP servers, that will help you call all these other tools. It gets complex and it gets pretty hard. I mean, in the future they might add more tools here, they might add anything you'd need, so yeah, it might work fine. And as the AI models improve, the decisions they take will be better. But right now there are not enough tools right here, and you are required to use this agentic way of building automations. Okay, now there are things that might work better in Agent Builder. For example, let's say that you need to build a chatbot for a business, right? In n8n, on your basic subscription, you have around 3000 workflow runs, and every chat message is a run. And this can add up quickly. You pay for that subscription for that workflow runs, and you also pay for the AI behind. Now, if you'd use OpenAI's Agent Builder for that, you'd only have to pay for the AI model. So that's a plus from my point of view. Okay, now the part we've all been waiting for, the review. We're gonna take each letter of Fuse and then we're gonna come up with a winner. Alright, let's start with flexibility. Flexibility means freedom. It decides how much you can truly automate. So I think here we got a clear winner. I'm gonna go with n8n, but who knows, maybe in the future this OpenAI stuff will improve and we'll be able to use this agentic way of building instead of using drag and drop tools. But in n8n you have both options. You have this agentic way of building in which you have the AI agent node, which you can connect to tools, which are just like these MCP servers right here, and to your other workflows. And you also have the more iterative way in which you drag and drop nodes and you make them work together. Okay, next is upgradability. This is where simple automations can become real systems. Upgradability also has a clear winner. It's n8n. You can use workflows inside of workflows and it's very hard to break. Now if you try to do the same in OpenAI's Agent Builder and you would try to link hundreds of tools to the same AI agent node, it's gonna be hard for it to make decisions. I mean, you can create separate AI nodes for separate stuff, but still I'm gonna go with n8n for the win. Now, speed. If we had all the tools we needed in Agent Builder, I would have gone with Agent Builder right here. Because it's very easy to build an automation. You just give instructions to the AI agent and then it will make the decisions for you. But as we only have a few for now, I'm gonna go with n8n. Now, ecosystem. The tools you use should match the way you work and not force you into their own world. As you have seen in n8n, we have hundreds of tools we can choose from. In OpenAI, we have just a few. And this is another point for n8n. Now, delivery. And this is where your confidence comes from. Knowing that your system will run and that it's easy to deliver to your customer. How would the delivery process look in n8n? You'd ask the customer to create their own n8n cloud instance, or you'd deploy it for them, and then you'd get the workflow file from your account and then you'd configure it for your customer. Right? That's pretty simple, but it's a bit awkward because the customer has to understand the basics of n8n. Now, in Agent Builder you have a chatbot, which is customizable, it's easy to deploy. Everyone has a ChatGPT account, so basically they're gonna have this OpenAI Builder account in seconds done. They don't have to pay a monthly fee, so right here I'm gonna go with Agent Builder for the win. Okay, so here's my straight answer. If you're technical, if you have a developer background, if you can build MCPs, then definitely OpenAI would help a lot with that. But for anything else, for any other kind of automation, I would stick to n8n. And that's what I'm gonna do. Because once you go deep with one tool, then every other one becomes easy. You don't need to switch tools just because something new just came up. Pick the one that matches how you think, double down on it, and you'll be miles ahead of everyone switching tools around. So if n8n seems like the right fit for you, just like it does for me, this video right here will give you confidence to use it. It's a real business workflow, not a toy example, and it will walk you through every step so you can actually get confident with n8n. If you want to build real systems, not just watch tutorials, this is the video you want.